Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for the week of Sunday, April 11th through Friday the 16th. Hope you had a good trading week. It was a little slow, one of the slowest weeks we've seen in a long time. I'll show you that in a few minutes. But, there was a big one on Friday, and we had some stuff on Tuesday. Just other than that, it's just not great. So here's a look at the dollar index. We'll start with Forex. Dollar index. Oh, sorry, the daily chart. That's not that chart. Daily chart. So we've, look how flat that was. 5 days, 5 candles, 5 days, nothing going on there at all. So there's just nothing to really talk about on the dollar index. But here's the intra-week action, and you can see, nothing much happened there. Let's go through the pairs that we trade, the euro dollar inverse of the dollar action. 160 pips for the week. Trades 130 on average normally, so this is pretty boring. It's daily, it's pretty boring. We got 200 something pips on the pound, so we made a little money doing that. The Aussie dollar was stuck in an 80 pip range for the whole week. Euro yen, whatever, is what it is. Almost 100 pips. Pound yen is what it is. The pound Swiss is, bigger range, 400 pips, but most of it was early in the week. The New Zealand dollar pair, we don't really care. Forex was not that interesting until the last couple of days, and still the major pairs didn't really move, so we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about that. All right, in terms of economic other stuff, here's where we're at. Here's the here's the ES front month futures contract. This is a daily chart of the broad market in futures form. Close at new highs for the year, month, ever, all time. Is what it is. Let's go through the rest of it. So crude oil, 59.32, pretty flat. Gold down $6.20 to 17.38. That's fine. S&P cash gains $31. Again, a new all-time closing high on the broad market. Great. Not sure it matters. NASDAQ 100 up 86, almost near all-time highs, and a breakout coming there. SOX down 6 points. That doesn't really matter. It's off the highs. Look at the risk line from the last 13 sell signal. We're bucking up against that. The biotech's down 17 points. Nowhere near the highs on that one. The Russell 2000 up 87 cents. Okay, that doesn't matter. The VIX loses 26 cents. Back to 1669, so obviously there's bad things happening. The trend closes at 1.05, puts the 10-day moving average at 1.28. NASDAQ volume of 3.9 billion shares. So this is the lightest volume easily of 2021, heading back into where we were at the back end of last year, which is still high versus some other days we had prior. But again, let's just keep track of where we're really at historically. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ negative 398. So more stocks down than up, but on the New York, more stocks up than down, plus 319. So net. Almost flat on advanced decline ratio. Google gains 20.24 points. Apple gains 2.63. Netflix gains 0.73. Okay, that's awesome. Amazon up 72.90. So a big day up for Amazon. Tesla down though 6.78. Can't get going. Facebook down 56 cents. Okay, that's not a problem after breaking out. Zoom down $8.63, near the lows of the last many months. Goldman Sachs down 33 cents, and flat for a long time, and nobody seems to care. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down 50 cents. The Dow is up 300 points, basically, and Bitcoin's over 60,000 again. Wow, what an interesting week. Here's the 10-minute candles on the week, not the 5-minute candles if I switch to this. So here's the problem with this week. We gapped up Monday. On 10-minute candles, we pushed higher for an hour or two. Got a 13 sell signal, went dead flat Tuesday, dead flat Wednesday. Seriously, nothing happened between the first hour and a half, after the first hour and a half on Monday and the end of Wednesday. It was so horrible. Gap up Thursday, didn't do much either. Some of those candles are tiny. Gap up Friday, but we did push higher on that one into the end of the week. That's where the Amazon call made us so much money. And the rest of it is what it is. Okay, so that's the week. I don't know what else to say about some of this stuff. It's just, there's just nothing there, right? It's just not that interesting. So I don't want to get wrapped up in it, but it's just been horrible. In terms of everything else, let's go through the economic data. On Sunday, the IMF meetings bank lending out of Japan, and PPI. Going into Monday, preliminary, these are all Eastern time, by the way. Preliminary machine tool orders at 2 a.m. Eastern time. Retail sales at 5. M2 money supply out of China. New loans out of China. Bank of Canada has a business outlook survey. 10-year bond auction out of the U.S. Federal budget balance out of the U.S. BRC retail sales monitor out of the U.K. Japan's got their M2 money stock. Okay. NAB business confidence. Trade balance out of China. Going to Tuesday, German WPI construction output out of the UK, GDP out of the UK, goods trade balance index of services out of the UK, and industrial production and manufacturing out of the UK. Italian industrial production, zoo economic sentiment, German zoo economic sentiment, NFIB small business index at 6 a.m. Eastern time Tuesday morning here in the U.S., along with the CPI. That's one of our big three going into Forex, so we'll be half size ahead of that Tuesday night. 30-year bond auction here in the U.S., visitor arrivals out of New Zealand, core machinery orders out of Japan, Westpac consumer sentiment out of Australia. We've got a rate announcement out of New Zealand. We've got going into Wednesday, industrial production out of Europe, 30-year bond auction out of Germany, import prices here in the U.S., crude oil at 10:30, Fed beige book at 2 p.m., FPI, New Zealand's FPI number, MI inflation expectations out of Australia, unemployment rate and employment change out of Australia at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. Now we're going to Thursday. German final CPI, French final CPI, Bank of England credit conditions survey, ADP non-farm employment change, manufacturing sales, core retail sales here in the U.S., and along with retail sales, Philly Fed manufacturing index, initial unemployment claims, and here Thursday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, Empire State Manufacturing Index, capacity utilization and industrial production at 9:15. UK has CB leading index at 9:30. Business inventories here in the US at 10. NAHB housing market index at 10. Natty gas 10:30. Tick long-term purchases at 4 at the close of the stock market. New Zealand manufacturing index. And then China's got their GDP, fixed asset investment, industrial production, press conference, retail sales, and the unemployment rate at 10 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. Going to Friday, PPI Italian trade balance, CPI trade balance out of Europe, Econofin meetings, Eurogroup meetings, housing starts out of Canada, wholesale inventories out of Canada, and then here in the U.S., housing starts and building permits, and the University of Michigan consumer sentiment number. It's a lot of data this week. It's not all huge. I think the biggest thing is having the CPI in the middle of the week. We'll see how that goes. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week.